Hello, I'm Pastor Horace Douty, bringing you some Advent messages by way of YouTube, and I encourage you to subscribe to Horace Douty YouTube if you enjoy these lessons. Today, for the third Sunday of Advent, on all three candles glowing, the theme of my meditation is blossoms in the snow. And I'm talking about the Christmas tree. Did you know that the first mention of Jesus Christ in the Bible refers to him as a tree? 1,000 years before Jesus was born, Isaiah predicted, quote, "There will come forth a shoot from the stump of Jesse." That young tree is the Messiah. The old stump is the house of Jesse, father of King David. And out of his family tree will come the tree of life, the Prince of Peace, our Emmanuel. Right there in the Old Testament is laid the foundation for the Christmas tree. There have always been grumpy people who insist that decorating trees have no place in Christianity. And they say the same thing about Santa Claus, but they're wrong, dead wrong on both counts. There really are Grinches who want to steal Christmas. For some strange reason, we allow them to get by with it. And if you wonder what I say, watch the news. Note how some communities have outlawed every vestige of religion in holiday celebrations. The Grinches are winning. We're warned not to say Merry Christmas because that's too Christian. It mentions Christ. We can say Happy Holidays, but that too will be offensive to some when they realize that they're saying Happy Holy Day. When you behold your Christmas tree, be aware it is a symbol of Jesus Christ. The German carol is correct when it says, "O Christmas tree, you come from God eternal, a symbol of the love of God, which he sent to man from above. Your leaves are green forever. You speak of God unchanging." All talking about the Christmas tree. Then there's a wonderful legend of blossoming flowers in midwinter. The story is first told in Arabia, the first century, by George Jacob, an international geographer. And from Arabia, the story spread across the Europe. And on the first Christmas morn, so the legend goes, the world awoke to sing as never before. The animals in their stalls began to talk to each other in human language, defying the cold and the darkness. Trees put forth blossoms. Flowers burst from the snow in joyful recognition of the birth of Jesus Christ. Sometimes such people are not disappointing. In Glastonbury, England, there's a thorn tree which some claim grew out of the planted staff of Joseph of Arimathea, the man who laid Jesus in his own tomb. The thorn tree stands there yet, or at least the present tree is a shoot off the original. And every year around Christmas time, small buds appear on the branches and then begin to burst open outside in the cold winter, until gradually the entire tree is powdered with tiny blossoms. And every time we hear the beautiful Christmas carol, Jesu Bambino, little baby Jesus, we are reminded of the midnight blossoms. Listen to the words which begin the song. When blossoms flowered mid the snow, upon a winter's night was born the child, the Christmas rose, the King of love and light. I love another carol, which has the same theme. Lo, how a rose ere blooming from tender stem hath sprung. It came a flower bright amid the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. Both carols depict Jesus himself as the blossoming tree and the Christmas rose and are based directly on the prophecy of the Old Testament Isaiah. When you decorate your tree, you are creating what appears to be an evergreen full of bright and colorful fruit. You thus participate in the ancient Bible legend, and some people even erect chrismon trees where every ornament is an ancient symbol of the faith. And there is no finer way for children to learn about the Christian faith than through the symbols of Christmas. In every country of the world, it has been the practice to place boughs of greenery inside the house in midwinter. Some do it in honor of Mithra, whose birth is also celebrated December 25, and others do it as part of an old Druid custom, and some people do it just to cheer the house on long winter nights. Other people do it as a Christmas observance. People found that boughs of cherry and holly and hawthorn, if placed in warm water inside the house, would blossom, offering rich decoration for Christmas. Sometimes whole trees would be placed in the living room, in pots, by careful addition. And attention, cold December would become as bright as May. Neighbors vied with each other in the effort to have the prettiest mass of bloom at Christmas. Martin Luther, the 16th century pastor, started the Protestant Reformation. He was walking home one Christmas when he became entranced with the wonder of the stars reflecting on the snow on pure cedar and evergreen trees. He thought of Christ coming down from heaven, and the glistening evergreens in the starlight so impressed him that he cut one and brought it in for his children and placed little tiny candles on it just like stars. His children were so delighted with the prospect that the practice caught on. To this day, Lutherans have preserved and cherished the practice until lighted trees are now featured in millions of homes all around planet Earth. Be aware, this season and every Christmas, your Christmas tree has its roots in several wondrous streams of history. The ancient Bible mentions it first. Then it became caught up in magical stories, which turned into durable legends. Let it bring heaven closer as you stand before it each night. Remember the birth of Jesus, who changed your world. He is truly a tree of light and the hope of the world, which dates its calendar, our calendar, your calendar, from his beginning. Amen.